Ragazzi, bentornati in questo decimo episodio di Baldurs Gate. Stiamo per andare finalmente a Baldurs Gate. Non abbiamo più nulla da fare. Quindi, verso Baldurs Gate. Finalmente. Andiamo.
The curse has been lifted. The land's cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir.
Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prism bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you. To split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Quindi hanno già preso possesso di Baldur's Gate. Succede?
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Vedetta del dragone. Gigantesco. Bellissima questa vista. L'accampamento è tipo un piccolo villaggio distrutto. Ok, Gale vuole parlare.
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. Cazador and his rite of profane ascension. An imperial soiree, attended by devils and spawn alike. A grand ceremony to honor one exalted vampiric master. And elevate him to an unfathomable station. To place him in a position of such esteem. The world will yearn to kneel and offer their necks.
Sembra quasi che tu lo invidi.
Of course I envy him. Why wouldn't I? The problem with what Cazador has done is that he did it to me. If the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place before his blood can hit the floor.
Uccideresti gli altri vincolati al rituale come te?
What's a handful of the wretch's servants? If they're anything like me when I was enslaved, they're all but begging for death anyway. After 200 years of shit, pure shit! I think I deserve something better.
L'unica cosa che conta per me è che tu sia sano e salvo.
Look, I appreciate that. I'm very grateful, of course. All I'm saying is, let's be clever about it. If an opportunity arises for me to become a more magnificent bastard than I already am, why turn it down? Let's find out more about the ritual before we waltz into Cazador's front door.
Beh, quello di
If
certo.
we track down my old comrades, the other spawn, we may discover more and be finely positioned for yours truly.
Non te lo permetterò.
to ascend.
Beh, le informazioni sono sempre ben accette. Troveremo le altre progenie.
If we don't find my brethren, they'll find us, likely with bared fangs. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk. Unless Cazadors change their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey.
I was supposed to sacrifice myself to stop the Absolute. Yeah, I don't think I could have gone through with it, in truth. And I'm glad that I didn't, given what has come to light.
Di cosa stai parlando?
The Elder Brain. But, more importantly, the crown that it wore. Even without seeing it for myself, I could sense it. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete. I doubted what I was feeling at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. The ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it.
Fa un passo indietro, per favore. Perché all'improvviso questa corona è così importante?
That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. Understanding its true nature might unlock the means of our victory. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerer's Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can.
No, ti prego, dimmi che si può andare a Candlekeep, ti prego. Dimmi che possiamo andarci, ti prego. Ah, no, parlava di una bottega. Perché il primo posto che ti viene in mente è una bottega di oggetti magici a Baldurs Gate?
Ha! Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. It's been serving the arcane community for centuries. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With his help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest, orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes?
Quando arriverà il momento, farò ciò che mi sembra giusto.
You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Figo! Voce dell'assoluta comando, 11 danni di psichico per turno. Il cervello di questa entità è torturato dai capricci dell'assoluta. Ha -1 intelligenza, saggezza e carisma e subisce 6 danni psichici alla fine del suo turno. Bellissimo! Non me l'aspettavo che si avrebbero attaccati all'accampamento. Dai, Alsin, cazzo! Bene.
Your stomach drops. Your chest constricts. Your thoughts begin to splinter.
You are found. Now you hear me. Now you yield.
Cosa? No, dai, cioè, abbiamo fallito.
Join me. Throw.
Che brutto. Game over. Non puoi più resisterle. Ora sei parte del grande piano. Bellissimo. Bellissimo che fai un game over del genere. Ti fanno pesare molto la cosa. È bellissimo, ok? Quindi i ghizianchi stanno attaccando il guardiano. Ma per quale motivo? Aspetta, che loro sono ancora... Non è che se arriviamo tardi c'è un'altra scena come quella di prima che perdiamo? Probabilmente no, però non voglio rischiare. Io ovviamente ho già i capelli rossi. Ho fatto il bagno nel sangue.
I am your ally. We are in danger.
Gate abomination! By the one true sky, what is this madness?
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you.
Cosa?
I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me.
Imperatore. Cosa? Dimostrami che sei chi dici di essere.
You saved a child from a viper back in the Druid's Grove. You saved the Asima Night Song from her soul cage. You let me live last time you were here, though it brought Vlaakith's wrath upon you. Your continued existence as yourself, and not a mind flayer, should be all the proof you need. Now, help me.
Individuazione dei pensieri.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the Mind Flayer's awareness is everywhere. You blunder in its presence like a warg pup learning to walk.
You must be joking. I am telling you my thoughts directly into your head. But if you insist on taking a look for yourself, be my guest.
Nothing in your colorful existence to date could have prepared you for this. As the horror subsides, you are left with only one coherent thought. You must do whatever you can to subdue the Githyanki.
Happy? Now, join me. Fight!
Aid an illicit against Githyanki? We cannot. We must not!
Your blind loyalty will be your undoing, Lae'zel. Fight with me, for your own survival.
Non so cosa pensare. Cioè, noi ti siamo fidati di lui. Invece, quel suo aspetto era solamente una sua creazione per fare in modo che ci fidassimo. Se fidarci delle sue intenzioni non lo sappiamo, però sicuramente possiamo fidarci che lui dica la verità. Che ci piaccia o meno, la cosa giusta da fare è aiutarlo, perché dall'aiutarlo ne deriva la nostra sopravvivenza.
Together, we can turn the tide.
Dana troia! Sì, ucciso finalmente. Bene.
Thank you. That was too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
It's obscene. To owe my life to a damned geich. No more lies, no more tricks. I will have answers.
Sei stato nel prisma per tutto questo tempo. Perché mi hai ingannato?
It was necessary. Rare are those that would openly consider a partnership with a mind flayer. Even those who are on a path of becoming one. It's like I said before. I'm just like you. An adventurer. I came from Baldurs Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldurs Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become.
Come sei finito qui?
Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the Astral Prism. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other Chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found the Githyan key. I realized what the prism was for. Containment. While my body was within the prism's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue the Githyan key and find allies in the outer world. You.
Quel Githyanki nella sfera, chi è?
Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki.
Orpheus? Impossible. He was slain by Justil Kithrak himself.
Quite possible, I assure you. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Vlaakith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Vlaakith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control.
Ecco perché.
Control him. Skra, you must return him to his people.
That would be a terrible idea.
Ecco perché voleva che prendessimo il potere dei girini. Perché è un mind flayer, stronzo, bastardo. Io non li ho presi. Hai pensato di potenziare abbastanza? No. No. Non ne ho preso neanche uno. Mi rifiuto. Cosa succederebbe se liberassimo Orpheus?
The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him. And in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a illithid. A sworn enemy, just like me.
Più parlo con te, meno mi sembri un mind flayer.
I appreciate that. But this is what I am. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vessel. But the longer I inhabited this one, the more it grew on me. I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic, and that humanoid shape you've come to know. As an illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You too should embrace this change.
Mi piacerebbe. No. Sto cercando di evitare di trasformarmi in un mind flayer e pensavo che avessi accettato di proteggermi.
I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you.
No, non vuole... Io vorrei chiederlo perché sono curioso, ma no! Non chiederebbe... Non lo vuole nemmeno chiedere! No, scordatelo.
I understand. Let us hope then that your present self will be sufficient to deal with 3 gods of death and a giant magically enhanced
Vuole nemmeno un minimo
Elder Brain.
abbandonare la sua umanità per...
But in case you change
del
your
potere.
mind,
Chi se ne frega del potere? La sua umanità è più importante.
look after it. Use it when you're ready to evolve. You or your allies. It has vitality enough for you all. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain, and bring it under our control.
Esattamente come Verloi non approva il vendere la propria anima di Will a un diavolo, non venderà mai la sua umanità per del potere in più. Anche se dovesse significare salvare delle vite, non lo farà. Perché il fine non giustifica i mezzi per Verloi. È una cosa che non vale mai la pena perdere, perché potrebbe portare delle gravissime conseguenze.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Ghaik visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet.
La figura che ci fa visita in sogno è un mind flayer. Non è più preoccupante.
The Emperor, yes. A stunning revelation. But not so stunning as the prisoner. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlaakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our gay slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen.
Cos'ha a che fare Orpheus con tutto questo?
Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle. Or so the Varshas teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that repugnant illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps.
Cosa accadrà ora?
We meet Voss in the city, and we obtain the key to freeing Orpheus from his prison. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the Queen's lies, and the living weapon that conquered our Ghaik slavers. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words and they would rage. 3 words and they would bow to the true heir. If the Githyanki are to be free, the Prince of the Comet must lead the way.
Perché viene chiamato il principe della cometa?
The historical slates describe Orpheus as a fearsome, terrible creature, powerful beyond measure and enthralled by the Geich. So mad with power, he'd smash through the Githyanki Empire and deliver the shards to his illithid masters. And glowing with such psionic force that he and his red dragon blazed a trail through the skies. A lethal comet careening towards my people. Lies, of course. Vlaakith spread a false image of Orpheus as monstrous betrayer, and her knights as the butchers who sliced him through. She was right to fear him, I'll grant her that. So great is the comet, it could shatter her reign.
Perché Vlaakith tenne in vita Orpheus tutti quei millenni fa? Crede che sia per usarne il suo potere, ma non ne sappiamo la certezza.
The Emperor may be loathsome, but it's right. Orpheus can disrupt a Geich hive mind. A talent like that makes the Prince a powerful shield and a powerful weapon.
Esatto.
Why destroy a weapon like that when you can contain it in a relic and keep it for yourself?
Perché Vlaakith dovrebbe volere Orpheus morto adesso se vale così tanto da vivo?
A weapon is only an asset for as long as it isn't pointed at you. The means of Vlaakith's own end has been ripped away from her. Better to have Orpheus killed than to risk his escape. Better to risk the rise of Illithids than let the Prince of the Comet deny her the godhood she craves.
Chi erano i Githyanki ostili all'interno del prisma?
Orpheus's honor guard, loyal to the end. Trapped by Vlaakith in the same prism holding their noble prince, fruitlessly hacking at the sphere that contains him. They see us as Geich, tadpoled husks in the Emperor's thrall. I regret their deaths, but I pledge to live as they perished, in the service of Gith's son.
L'imperatore tutto questo tempo stava combattendo contro gli attacchi delle guardie d'onore di Orpheus.
Very well.
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact or astral prism the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now. I do not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. The prism is no longer my mission. Saving my parents is. But I digress. Did you want something?
Oddio, perché? Oddio! Perché i capelli bianchi? Pensavo fosse un bug per un momento.
Be honest. What do you think of the new look?
Ah, se l'hai fatto lei! Pensavo fosse qualcosa legato alla sua... Riguardo al fatto di che ora è legata a Seliun. No, si è cambiato lei il colore. Lo adoro.
Well, I'm glad someone does. Perhaps I'll get used to it. I have a lot to get used to right now.
Bellissimo! I capelli bianchi, da neri a bianchi, proprio l'esatto opposto.
Gods. A mind flayer's been getting their tentacles all over our dreams this whole time. I'm really not sure about putting any trust at all in this thing. It's already shown itself a liar. I've got my eyes on the Emperor, and Karlach doesn't blink. Gods, Shadowheart looks like a stack of gold. Never thought I could get so excited about someone's forehead, but here we are.
I was concerned when I saw Shadowheart creeping about with a blade in the dead of night, but it was just to cut her hair, it seems. It suits her.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
Ora si parla con questa voce qui da Mind Flayer. Che brutto. È brutto pensare che quella fosse solamente un'illusione, che non fosse reale, quella figura dei nostri sogni. Rivington, questo nome mi suona familiare.
Excuse me, I can't find my mum.
È un problema tuo, ragazzina, sparisci. Dove l'hai vista l'ultima volta?
She was sick. She had spots on her face and hands. She went to go get some herbs, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10 day, though.
No, quindi è morta? Devi essere affamata. Tieni, un po' di cibo.
Wow. Thanks. My mum would like this. She's the best cook in the world. And she taught me, too. I'll look for her. I think she'll probably come soon. Thanks a lot. Do you know where we're going? What kind of inn is it? Will there be feather beds?
We told our son that this is a holiday to spare him the truth. We don't have homes to go back to.
Ma come? Che è successo?
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
Calmati e dimmi cosa sta succedendo.
I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property.
Questa casa sembra abbastanza grande. Sei sicuro di non avere neanche una camera libera?
My point exactly.
They're like kobolds. You let one in and soon the place will be crawling with them.
This man's indignant demeanor barely masks a seething anxiety. There's more to this situation than he's letting on.
I'm a very magnanimous individual, but this is my home! Either they leave, or I'll make them!
Stregone, intimidire. Potrei semplicemente bruciare tutto, così nessuno avrebbe la casa. Sembri un po' agitato, ti senti bene?
But wouldn't you be on edge if your beautiful home had been defiled by such brazen interlopers?
Li manderò via da casa tua gratis.
Old family motto. Never trust anyone who works for free. What's in it for you?
Occuparmi personalmente della questione è l'unico modo per garantire che non ci siano spargimenti di sangue.
I never said anyone needed to get hurt, as long as they get out as soon as possible. But other than that, I don't care what methods you use, as long as you get rid of them, and fast. It's fine by me.
I see you're a charitable sort. Perhaps you have some benevolence to spare for us poor souls. We just lost a load of gold thanks to somebody interfering in our business, you see. And now we're a little out of pocket.
The Guild, a loose coalition unifying every criminal outfit in the city under one collective rule, from cut purses to contract killers.
È un vero peccato, ma dovrete trovare la vostra donazione caritatevole da un'altra parte.
Oh, you know, it's shocking how many people opt for the hard way when the easy way's right there. Any last words?
Sì, qua è gente che non ha paura di sporcarsi le mani, non vuole dire, non vuole sostenere il loro lavoro. Poco tempo fa ho affrontato e ucciso un avatar di Mirkul. Quali sono le tue ultime parole?
You're full of crap. I'll almost feel sorry grinding you into the dirt.
Ovviamente facciamo attacchi non letali. E non sono morti, fantastico, li abbiamo solo messi fuori gioco. Perché non vogliamo ucciderli e non gli prendiamo niente.
I see those animals are out of the picture. Can we stay now? Or are you going to turn us next?
Come sei finito qui?
Same way lots of us did. Trying to get away from the army of the Absolute. If you had the chance to put a roof over your family's heads after being on the run for Torm knows how long, wouldn't you?
Lasciami parlare con il proprietario della casa, forse posso darti una mano.
Make it quick if you can. I don't like the way he's looking at us.
All's well that ends well, eh? I'm sure the guild will be in touch with any concerns.
Voglio che la famiglia resti. Di certo è posto per loro, no? Più che voglio che la famiglia resti, la famiglia deve restare. Non può andare da nessun'altra parte. Dice una cosa del genere.
But you said you'd get rid of them. And I believed you. More fool me. Well, with Zenobia and the others gone, I don't suppose you'll take no for an answer. All right, they can stay. Are you happy now? Now I have to figure out what I'm going to do.
Di certo un uomo con i tuoi mezzi può permetterci una stanza in qualche locanda.
A room can wait. After what you've put me through, I need a drink.
Not quite sure why you stood up for us like that, but I won't say I'm not grateful. Thanks. And may Torm keep you.
Non c'è di che.
You're the first person in this city to have our backs. Thank you. Really.
Stinks of cheese between his piggy toes.
How dare you? What in the hells is all of this?
A necessity, good sir. The Steel Watch loves pretending sweet Rivington doesn't exist. So we have decided to protect you, dear patrons. No need to thank us. You'll be allowed in once I've done this batch. Next! Hello, hello, and welcome to the Circus of the Last Days. The finest extra-planar circus there is.
Perché c'è un ghoul che stanno usando la gente?
Oh, this is Benjamin. Say hi, Benji.
Me!
Benji here checks all our patrons to make sure none of you are vicious murderers. Can't be too careful. But enough of this. The circus is a place of joy and distraction, so come inside and forget your worries.
D'accordo, vorrei entrare.
Not a problem, dear patron. Benji just has to check if you're a vicious murderer. Benji?
Ah! Blood! Tasty blood! So delicious!
Speak, Benjamin. Is she safe? Killed before, but doesn't smell like a cultist. Ugh, wanted to eat murderer. Well, murderer or not, I can take no chances. I'm afraid you'll have to move along.
Ma per difesa discendenza dragonica, inganno. Sono appena stata assunta come mangiafuoco. Non sono una minaccia né per voi né per i clienti del circo, lo giuro.
Oh, damned if I'm not a sucker for big eyes and a heartfelt plea. Very well. Welcome to the Circus of the Last Days. Have fun and be sure to catch the star of our show, Dribbles the Clown.
Chissà cosa sarebbe successo se fosse arrivato fin qui senza mai... No, è impossibile arrivare fin qui senza mai uccidere nessuno. Devi anche solamente... Anche solo Kaiseric Torm, cioè che lo ammazzi per forza. Credo. Mi sono tolto un livello da guerriero per prenderne 2 da stregone con questa salita di livello. Così mi sono ripreso il talento che mi ero preso nel sesto livello da guerriero, a livello 4 stregone. E sono già a livello 5 di stregone. Mi sono preso velocità, finalmente, quello che volevo. E con incantesimo sostituito ho scambiato caduta morbida, che chi se ne frega, con palla di fuoco. Bene. Accetta. Un dragonoide. Qua c'è Akabi.
Approach! Ugly one!
Ugly one? Come diavolo mi hai chiamato?
Ugly! Hideous! Vile! You are fortunate to have found me, freakish one. Behold! Akabi's Wheel of Wonders! Spin! To win prizes beyond your tiny imagination and make your miserable life more bearable.
La tua magia è potente, posso percepirla da qui. Devi avere un bel po' di premi magici.
Akabi has traveled across the plains, burning and conquering all. win the spoils of such conquest. Or, if luck smiles upon you, win the grand prize, the jackpot.
Qual è il primo premio?
No more questions. Spin or don't.
La mia miserevole esistenza va benissimo così, grazie.
Then a Kabi pities you. Begone, miserable one.
Cioè, perché dovrebbe spendere 500 monete d'oro per un premio che non sa nemmeno quale sia? Cioè, di roleplay non lo farebbe. Poi dopo che l'ha insultata, col cazzo.
Teeth bared, the creature is near rabid in his bloodlust.
Addestrare animali, esamina l'animale. Ok, vediamo come va. Bastava fare uno in più, ma ovviamente tu sei proprio stronzo fino al midollo. Continuiamo a fare un sacco di ispirazioni, quindi non se ne possono avere più di 4, quindi utilizziamo ispirazione. Oh, 22, bene.
Hollow eyes, pale gums. This beast isn't angry. He's starving.
Qualcuno ha fame? Peccato! A caso. Hai fame, bello? Vuoi un po' di carne?
At the mention of the word meat, his stance softens.
Ecco, mangia.
He whimpers in gratitude and falls on the morsel instantly. With every bite, the beast seems to calm.
Baffi d'ombra.
The beast ignores you, her eyes locked on the crowd.
Addestrare animali, fa rumore nel tentativo di attirare la sua attenzione. 15, oh, in teoria è 50% con le mie competenze, Vabbè, sto giro l'ispirazione non la uso, cioè basta. Io so i capelli rossi.
Buddy the dog is my very best friend. Do you know why? Why? Because with him, anything is possible. Way!
God, I hate clowns. I'm not even sure clowns like clowns.
Did you hear about the scarecrow who lost a fight?
Limitati a osservare.
He got the stuffing kicked out of him. Way! Oh, you're all such good friends. I've had a wonderful time, but I have to go. Oh, well, if you insist. How about a magic trick? But first, I need a volunteer with nerves of steel and the heart of a lion. Who will it be? Who?
The hair on the back of your neck raises as a shiver passes through you.
You, my special assistant. Come on up.
Ah, perché ho l'armatura o perché sono sporco di sangue? Un po' sorpresa, ma per non rovinare lo spettacolo si avvicina.
A round of applause for the stalwart heart.
Chissà cosa fa. Non è abituata ad essere su un palco, quindi.
I always tell children that they're special, that each and every one of them is unique.
You notice the clown reaching for something behind his back.
Tell me, what makes you special?
Attacca, ma come attacca? Sì, fra tutte direi il coraggio. Faccio anche le cose che ho paura di fare.
Boring! Boring! Anyone can do that. You, my friend, are the most special person in the circus, in all of Baldurs Gate. Does anyone know why? Why? You're special, my friend, because I have a message just for you. Praise the Absolute.
No, oh. Ma porca troia. Astarion Se l'aspettava. Si tipa da Verloi l'aiuta. Bastardo! Aspetta, passiva. Vai, fai più danno. Mamma, mancato, ma non ci credo. No, stanno ammazzando le persone. Vai, grande. Anche lui ah no, doppelganger, un mutaforma. Quindi non era veramente il pagliaccio, ha assunto solamente le sue sembianze. Vai. Bene.
A shapeshifter. And here I thought that I'd slayed a clown.
You fight good. Doppelganger, not so good.
Sì, però sono morte delle persone.
You started that fight. I saw it with my own two eyes.
Sì, ho iniziato io, sì, va bene. Ho iniziato io, sì.
Why do you have to go missing now? Oh dear. Screaming children, an oozing corpse, and it's not even my birthday. Lucretius, ringmaster, necromancer, bringer of the night. Oh, and wine lover extraordinaire. It's a pleasure, darling. I thought the Absolute wouldn't dare set foot in my circus. To use such a woeful Dribbles impersonator, why, it's downright rude.
Un sosia, ne sei sicura?
As much as I love a good murder, my customers don't. The real Dribbles charms animals and makes puns. Awful puns. Not this. Alas, I cannot afford to lose any more staff. Funerals are so very expensive. I need to move the circus. But I cannot leave just yet. Not without Dribbles. He was a star. Customers of every color and creed simply adored him. I need him back, and I'll shower the person who finds him in love, adoration, and adequate compensation. What do you say?
Andrò in cerca di Dribbles.
That's the spirit, darling. And remember, I look after those who make me happy. Hmm? Good luck, and thanks ever so much.
Che questo è fare traspassing, giusto? Tempio della Mano Aperta.
Infirmary. Justice endures, even in suffering. Belfry. Bell ringers only past this point. Kitchen. Visitors kindly keep to common areas. Food will be served at mealtimes.
I've said all I have to say already. Now I just want to pack up my kitchen and leave.
Perché stai liberando la cucina?
Soup kitchen's no good if we've no one to feed soup to. Besides, Father Lorgan's gone. Murdered. And now they're blaming a refugee for it.
Dove è venuto l'attacco?
He was attacked in the cellar. He had a private altar down there. Used to like the solitude. The man ate like a horse. A soup-hungry horse. Usually took enough to feed a small clergy down there.
Aiutare il monaco maledetto, what?
Look, investigator. Brilgor might have been a criminal, but he was no murderer. You're missing something. You have to be.
Enough, Yanis. Listen to yourself. You are defending a man who ritually slaughtered your high priest. The evidence speaks for itself. Brilgor killed Father Lorgan, then, be it out of shame or profane duty, offed himself with the same blade. Case closed, Sister Yanis.
Shitey little elephant. Oh, I apologize, stranger. Language like that hardly befits a rector of Ilmater.
Sembravate in forte disaccordo.
You could certainly say that. 2 people just died on temple grounds. Our high priest, Father Lorgan, and one of the new refugees, Brilgor. Investigator Valeria thinks it's a murder and is content to blame Brilgor, the politically convenient target.
Perché sarebbe politicamente vantaggioso?
Brilgor was a refugee. No one sticks up for them at the best of times, and with Gortash in power, well, I expect the Flaming Fists will ban refugee aid now one of them's blamed for murder.
Lascia che sia io ad aiutarti. Farò un giro per il tempio in cerca di prove che scatinino Brilgor.
Feel free to look around the temple. But fair warning, the investigator won't change her mind without significant new evidence.
Hai qualche idea su cosa dovrei cercare?
Valyria never found the murder weapon, so that could be a start. Anything disproving the refugee murder-suicide angle, really.
Puoi dirmi dove si trova Shira Clarwen?
I can tell you where to find her, but she won't be very chatty, I'm afraid. Shira passed away last year. Peacefully, mind.
Ma come?
We buried her in the crypt under the temple, if you wish to visit.
Portello di legno decorato.
A crypt? This must be where Shira Clarwen is buried.
Ok, vediamo.
Here lies Flintster Sunseeker, born 1400 DR. Here lies Satida Atana, born 1411 DR. Here lies Sister Shira Clarwen.
Eccola.
Darling Shira, faithful to the crying god, long didst I wait, only to find thine empty flesh.
Okay.
Honored Shira, her spirit hath fled, and her body but merely a husk. Swear I did to shed this foul mania and bestow it upon Shira. She was to endure, to suffer, as was her god Ilmater's wont. Who now shall bear the madness Shah has wrought on me, so I might no longer suffer? Oh, shall it be thou?
Allora, va bene, le dispiace che lui soffra, ma perché dovrebbe soffrire lei al posto suo? Non vale meno di lui. Perché dovrebbe soffrire lei al posto suo? Pensa so che sai della malattia del monaco. Quali saranno le conseguenze dell'accettazione? Sì, dai, per favore, guida. Ma porca troia, ma che palle! Sti numeri di merda, veramente! Oh! Ok. 19.
The monk himself holds your answer. Tasha's hideous laughter is a powerful skill, but earning it may come at the cost of wisdom.
Non voglio ereditare la tua maledizione.
Oh, well, if laugh I must, let our alliance end on a lark.
Non l'aiuterà a questo prezzo.
That nearly ended.
Critico. Dai, va là, 90%, non rompere il cazzo. Sì,
Eternally cast then my spirit be. No. Morning Lord, I call to thee, lend your forbearance. No.
Bastardo non è morto, malissimo, così appiccicato al muro, fine orribile. Dai, palesemente questa è una porta, non puoi dirmi che non c'è un cazzo. Cioè, guarda, si vede pure. Oh, cioè, lo vedo, lo sto vedendo. Cioè, c'è roba di qua. Com'è possibile che non ci sia nemmeno un tiro su percezione, niente di niente? Oh. Oh, l'ho aperta, fantastico. C'è gente. Grande. Babam! Tutto calcolato, ovviamente, eh. Volevo fargli fare un attacco d'opportunità, in effetti. Bene. Su questa chiave sporca di sangue inciso l'indirizzo della Stamberga di Fravgo al Ponte del Dragone, ok. Ok, quindi per proseguire sulla missione dobbiamo scoprire cosa apre. Torso mozzato di pagliaccio. Hanno trovato la scena di un omicidio crudele e deliberatamente artistico a Baldurs Gate. Potrebbe essere opera di Orin.
Colorful torso, torn and butchered. Hello, Dribbles.
Entrata della grotta? Ah, ok, era l'entrata. In realtà era l'uscita, ok. L'entrata si stavamo entrando da quell'entrata.
Worm's Crossing. We could be inside the city walls before long. And I could be back where this all started.
Hai detto che i seguaci di Shar potrebbero essere allerta Hai detto che i seguaci di Shar potrebbero essere allerta per il nostro arrivo. Credi che potremo sfruttare la cosa per intrazzare i tuoi genitori?
I hope so. So long as I'm willing to stroll right into the Mother Superior's trap, they have no reason to not tell me where to go.
Cosa dovremmo cercare?
Worm's Crossing is a choke point. If I wanted to intercept a new arrival, I'd find somewhere before the bridge, blend in amongst the crowds, and wait. Most people seeking entry to the city will be refugees. I'd look wherever they're gathering.
Mattis.
You did me a real favor clearing all those ghouls out of Moonrise. That old bonebag Ketherick had some fancy junk stashed behind all the cobwebs and piles of gore.
Hai saccheggiato le torri dell'alba lunare.
Didn't you? Figured we only got the scraps you didn't have the strength to carry.
Cosa ne pensi di Baldurs Gate?
Wish I could tell you. We're stuck out here, but most of the action is beyond Worm's Crossing.
Comunque, mostrami questi oggetti interessanti di cui parli. Qualcosa di magico?
Would I try to fool a sharpie like you? Have a look.
Scarpe di fuga, acrobazia +1, classe armatura +1. Oddio! Classe armatura +1! Stai scherzando? Ma cosa? Parliamo con Jaheira.
Watching gods. But I never thought I would be happy to see this city again. Much less to smell it. The Harper safe house I spoke of is on the bridge at Worm's Crossing. Danthelon's dancing axe.
Rinfrescami la memoria, cosa speri di trovarci?
Information. The Chosen have a head start on us. I'd like to know what they've done with it.
Come te la stai cavando senza i tuoi arpisti?
You think me lonely? In truth, I prefer travel in a small pack such as this. Unburdened by numbers, we're free to act rather than react. A little like the old days. With allies, every bit as peculiar. Give or take a few tadpoles.
Mi piacerebbe saperne di più su quei vecchi tempi.
Would you? In time, then. Perhaps once you found a rocking chair for me to doze off in.
Un sacco di persone devono far cose qui a Baldurs Gate.
Soldier, this is it. We're almost to the city. First through Worm's Crossing, then on to the lower city. Oh, it smells the exact same. 10 years on, but still home. Incredible.
Incredible to be back. My home. My city.
Stiamo avvicinando alla città, come ti senti all'idea di tornarci? Emozionato, riluttante, un po' tutte e due le cose?
Baldur's Gate is where I first raised a glass in toast at the tender age of 14 and got so tipsy from wine, I puked in Dillard Portier's bushes. It's where the flaming fist chased me after I'd stolen a peach from a cart in the wide. I got a good chewing out over it too. It's where my father taught me to hold a rapier, to read books of law, to know right from wrong. It's been 7 years since I left. It's no paradise, but it's home, and it's worth saving. And you? The city's yours too, after all. How's it feel to be back?
Ma non è la sua casa, però sì. Baldur's Gate mi sta molto a cuore. È bello essere qui.
Wonderful, isn't it? Torill's history is written within our city's walls. Expeditions to the continent of Mastika gather in the harbor. The Church of Gon displays its most priceless treasures in the High House of Wonders. Voices raised in song on returning day. The heady wines at the elf song. There's truly no place like Baldur's Gate.
Oh.
Hi. It's me, Yenna. You remember me, right? You were really nice to me before, and, my mum hasn't come back yet. She might come later. I don't think she's coming. Could we maybe stay here?
What harm? She's little, won't take up much space, or make much of a dent in our provisions.
Certo che puoi restare, Yenna. Trovati un posticino e sistemati.
Yes! You've got a fire and everything. I can cook really good. Whatever you want. Thank you, thank you.
Sbobba. Bel nome, Sbobba.
Please just go home. You're ruining a perfectly uneventful posting with this nonsense.
The Flaming Fists are supposed to protect this good city, but they allow trash and vermin to take our homes and goods. You're a true Baldurian, I can tell. You must understand why we need to keep these strays out of our city.
I profughi non sono randaci. Sono persone come noi, hanno bisogno di aiuto.
Another bleeding heart. Piss off and take it elsewhere.
Young lady, Shadowheart, a word if you
will. What?
I just lost a wager, thanks to you.
Who are you?
Someone who bet that you'd never be foolish enough to actually show your face in this city again. But here you are. And the gold in my purse is soon to take flight.
Sei uno sciarita, non è così? Del monastero di Cuore Scuro.
There have been whispers about you, sister. About your faith, your loyalty, your company. I can't help but feel the strangest twinge of disgust as I look upon you. Is it true? Has Our Lady forsaken you?
Sì, lascia che sia Cuore Scuro a gestire la situazione. Qualsiasi cosa lei dica, a Verloi va bene.
I know the truth. I know my parents still live. Tell me where they are and I have no quarrel with you.
I'm afraid the quarrel is unavoidable, thanks to you. Now I must report your reappearance. If you are intent on bringing matters to a head, then seek out the House of Grief in the lower city. Though, if I was you, I'd be very tempted to just forget it all and disappear. You have some form of doing so, after all.
Hail, friend. Fine day, isn't it? Forgive me, you're in no mood to talk about the weather. Your journey here was a hard one, no doubt. Is this your first time in Baldurs Gate?
No, non è nata a Baldurs Gate, quindi questo non possiamo dirlo. Non vive qui, non è nata, è cresciuta qui. C'è stata diverse volte, però ecco, non è nata e non vive attualmente qui. Però le altre questioni sono fare la dura, ho delle cicatrici che lo dimostrano. Oppure essere scortese, il mio passato non ti riguarda. Oppure essere ancora più scortese, ti pagano un extra per essere così dannatamente allegro. Vabbè, posso dire guerriero, ho delle cicatrici che lo dimostrano. Magari la cicatrice che ha nell'occhio se l'è fatta a Baldurs Gate. Dai, va bene, un sacco di volte ho questa cicatrice che lo dimostra.
A word of advice then. You might not get as warm a welcome as in days gone by. Used to be you'd arrive knowing you'd a full belly and a warm bed waiting for you. Not anymore. These days there's barely enough to go around. Add the refugees on top and well, folk aren't feeling too generous.
Non mi stupisce, il clima sembra teso da queste parti.
Tensions? That's putting it mildly. Some well-to-dos in the city donated enough to see the newcomers right for the time being. Only they didn't bother helping everyone else. Locals going without while strangers feast. It stoked the fire, all right. Some Baldurians are kicking up a fuss round the front of the barn as we speak. If I wasn't wearing this uniform, I'd walk round there and teach him a lesson they'd never forget.
Dovresti mantenere la pace, non alimentare il fuoco.
What peace? If no one steps in, there'll be bodies piled high in the streets before long. Those refugees have been leeching on our city for too long. If we don't show them that we mean business, they'll bleed us dry. We need to march round the front and kill every last one of them. Let's see them eat our food with their guts on the floor. What do you say?
Meritano una lezione entrambi, cittadini e profughi, uccidiamoli tutti. Sei un mostro. Vado a denunciarti al tuo comandante.
Tell them! I'll cut out their eyes and make them watch.
Cosa? Cosa? Era effettivamente un mostro.
You're the lick spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's thrall. Have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat his black hand can't choke the spit from. You'll need to bleed and carve this city if you want to turn him to grave meat. He shivers at the thought. When you find the Lordling, tell him Oren is watching.
Figo.
Oren is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
Non me l'aspettavo minimamente. Ma minimamente. E così abbiamo scoperto che è un mutaforma. Infatti mi stupivo che davanti a questa stalla a caso questa guardia avesse così tanto da dire. Entriamo dal di qua.
You, turn around and toddle your way right back out of here. Everything in this barn has been donated for the refugees, not you. Now piss off.
E farmi dalle palle, eh. Mi dispiace, non l'avevo capito.
You sure? This lot have been through enough without your ignorance. Now are you gonna clear off or not?
Perché un fienile deve essere protetto dai pugni fiammanti?
In case little weasels like you come sniffing around.
Posso rendermi utile in qualche modo.
Not unless you want to make a donation.
Allora vorrei fare una donazione per i profughi.
Guess you're not all bad. Give it here and I'll make sure it's kept safely with the other donations.
Se lui non fosse sincero, avremmo avuto una prova di intuizione superata o fallita. Dona qualche moneta, 500.
Thank you. I'm sure your contribution will be greatly appreciated.
Andiamo di qua.
Here we are, Griselda.
The circus of the last days has returned. See Dryads, Jinn, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
Non proprio. Oh, c'è un fabbro! Generale di Rivington.
Welcome, adventurer. I take it you're new to Rivington. No doubt you came here to choose from my fine selection of weapons. Yes, I seem to have it all. Clubs, swords, maces, bows, cutting and gutting galore. Why don't we see if we can find the perfect weapon for you?
Dai, dimmi che c'è una spada corta +2, per favore. Siamo al terzo atto, solo +1. Come farai a capire l'arma perfetta per me?
I provide a personalized service for my customers to make sure the weapon I choose is the perfect fit. Tell me, how do you like to kill?
In modo rapido ed efficiente. Non voglio che nessuno soffra.
Come, we're all friends here. No need to pretend you don't like to twist the knife. And when you kill someone, what do you feel?
Una profonda tristezza. Non ne traggo alcun piacere.
You deny yourself the sweetest pleasures. But that can change, given the right circumstances. One more question, if you'll humor me. Do you think you could turn your weapon on those closest to you?
Perché dovrei? Ma che domande sono? Non ucciderei mai qualcuno a cui tengo.
You'll do so much worse by the time I'm done with you.
Cosa non approva? E non approvare. Odiami. Ancora!
Still rolling in the muck, I see.
Ma dai, pensavo fossi un fabbro!
Knows you are coming. Knows you have the Bone Lord's stone. Do not let him hiss hot air into your worm-weakened brain. He'll find your weaknesses, stick a knife in the cracks and prise you apart. Unless you get him first. Remember, his throat spits lies, but my blade carves the truth. You will read it on your skin soon enough.
Va bene.
She's toying with me. What does she want?
Comunque... Oh, eccolo!
You! Try attacking me when my back isn't turned, you bloody coward.
Non ti ho aggredito, sono stata qui fuori tutto il tempo.
Don't dare lie to me. I saw you with my own eyes, grinning at me like some bloody imbecile.
No, stai prendendo le mie sembianze?
Right off your face.
Ti hanno colpito alla testa, sei sicuro di ricordare bene? Dai, va là, ma quindi si sta assumendo le mie sembianze. Non voglio usare nessun bonus.
A liar and a thug. It's time someone beat some bloody respect into you.
Dai, va là. Ma dai, avevo bisogno delle tue armi. Ma meno 45, ma è lui che mi ha attaccato. Ma che dovevo fare? L'ho pure lasciato in vita, su.
Bet you want to know all about Stelmane's murder? Hottest topic in Rivington. Apart from the March of the Absolute's army, I suppose. Got today's edition of the Baldur's Gate right here. You want one?
Sai che l'omicidio non è una bella cosa, vero?
It's great for sales. You want one or not?
In realtà sono più interessata alle notizie dell'esercito sull'assoluta. Hai ancora quel numero?
That's all anyone ever wants to read about. I don't see what all the fuss is about. The Absolute isn't even a real name.
Un'altra volta, magari.
Your loss.
Astarion, sempre peggio.
When will I get... Woof!
Prego?
Ah, you speak, which means you're not a dog. So, what the hell are you doing in my kennels?
Quando sono arrivata stavi trattando il ragazzino in modo fin troppo duro.
It's the only way to teach him. He behaves worse than the dogs, and makes more of a mess.
Credo di aver trovato uno dei tuoi cani, Graffio.
Found him, did you? I can't say I'm surprised. Gomwick never kept him on a tight leash. Bring him here, and I'll give him a once-over for you. Check him for worms and so on.
Oh, yes, please, I'd love to see him.
He's a good dog. We'd both love to see him again.
Fischia per richiamare Graffio.
Scratch! Oh, it's good to see you, boy!
Shut up, Dringo, and get back to work. And you've been slacking as well, Scratch, my boy. This dog is property of Sword Coast Couriers. I'll take him off your hands now.
Credevo che Graffio appartenesse a Gomwick.
Gomwick was his handler, not his owner.
Lui vive con me, non puoi semplicemente prendertelo.
I can do whatever I please. He's my dog. Now get out. This is a private yard.
Sarai anche in grado di bullizzare un cane e un ragazzino, ma prova a minacciare me e ti spezzo in due. Qui deve difendere il suo cane.
And if you do, I'll call the guards. Who do you think they'll side with? The dog is my property.
Prova a mentire. Ha dimenticato l'addestramento, avrà una pessima influenza sul resto dei tuoi cani.
Nothing a smack or three of the rod won't fix.
Non lascerai il suo cane nelle sue mani. Cavolo, attacca! Non l'ho uccisa, eh?
You got rid of her. I'll do a better job looking after these dogs than she ever did. I promise.
Vai Astarion. Scassina. Bene. Mulino abbandonato. Punti esperienza? Per cosa? Oddio, Mind Flayer.
Before you lies the unconscious body of a Mind Flayer, glistening and raw.
A newborn. Unattended. How fortunate.
Non mi sembra tutta questa fortuna.
Oh, but it is. This one has only just transformed. It is weak.
Eccola.
Its potential ripe for harvesting. Go on. Kill it. Absorb its power.
Sveglia il Mind Flayer appena nato.
Come no closer, you. What are you? What am I sensing? You are like me. Like I was. A vessel yet to transform. Help me. I am so hungry.
Eri tu quello che ho sentito urlare quando sono entrata nel mulino a vento? Infatti ho sentito un urlo, per questo sono entrato.
My vessel. He fought the transformation. He found it excoriating. I can still taste his terror. It is delicious, but will not sustain me. We need to feed. We need a brain fresh and frantic to restore our strength.
Ancora qualche... le trasmette ancora un po' di umanità, non vuole ucciderlo, ma non vuole nemmeno aiutarlo. Non ho intenzione di procurarti del cibo.
Very well, kin. I shall dine on you.
Se ci attacca è un altro discorso. Papam!
The creature was born recently. Its mind is still fresh. You can absorb its potential.
La smetti! Non ascolterò un mind flayer di merda.
As long as we stand together.
Rechtei Hathran Rust.
Welcome, friend. You've joined us as we honor our fallen dead. A somber time, but you have brought a somber guest. I did not think you would willingly return, Spawn.
Well, indeed. I was rather hoping I'd never see you people again. Honestly.
Frey, Valdisk Durovna. Frey, Valdisk Blast.
I feel we're intruding. We should leave quickly.
Calm yourself. You will not be harmed. Our leader has called off the hunt. She wishes to speak to you.
Im orak nete. Krasin netra. So, the impossible Spawn walks among us in the blazing sun. We have been looking for you.
Cosa volete da Starion? Cosa volete da Starion?
The last time your friend came to our camp, he stole our children, our future.
When I was
Rubato I
hunting
bambini.
I was to bring you back here, interrogate you, discover how to save our children, and then destroy you.
But things have changed. You have changed. Is it true you left your master? That you broke the spell that binds you to him?
Well, I mean, kind of. It's a long story, honestly.
Sì, Starion è libero ora.
Free. Not while his master still lives. But he has perhaps earned a second chance. We have tried to save our children once already, attacking Khazad-dûr's palace at first light. Even then, it was too well defended. But if his own spawn approached, someone he thought he could control, he would throw his doors open and welcome you in. And once inside, you could do what we could not. You could save the children you damned.
You don't know Khazad-dûr like I do. He's merciless. You want me to march into the lion's den and save your children? But I promise you, they're already dead.
Come fai a esserne sicuro, Starion?
I spent 200 years bringing him victims. Each and every one was whisked away to be fed on that night.
But you never saw him feed yourself. He could keep prisoners for days before killing them.
I know our plight is grim, but if there is even a chance to save them, we must take it.
If our children are truly gone, then we ask for blood. I know you can understand that, Spawn.
Se Astarion non vuole aiutarvi, lo farò io.
God damn it. Fine. If nothing else, at least killing Khazad-dûr will feel good.
Thank you. From me and all my people. If you can do this, we will be in your debt. You have lived a life of violence and sin. You have stolen lives, broken families, and caused immeasurable grief. Doing this will not right those wrongs.
If you're trying to encourage me, you're failing abysmally.
But it will be a start. You may still be redeemed. Please go. Time is short, but we will see you again when it is done.
It's not enough. We have a gallery of villains to look out for, but now we could be infiltrated by a shape changer? I can't even tell if any of you are acting strange because you've been replaced, or because this group is full of weirdos.
Full of weirdos. Ma cosa sono? Chi sono i Gur? Sarà un gruppo di qualche tipo, ma chi sono in particolare? Boh. Si può parlare con loro?
Do not stand here and wait. Cazador must be destroyed.
Sì, con calma. Vabbè, niente, non posso chiedergli chi siano. Vabbè. Allora andiamo. Ah, saltato automatico. Ok.
Halt! By orders of Lord Gortash, refugees are no longer allowed in the city. Turn around.
Io non sono una profuga.
Or do you have the means to support yourself?
So badare a me stessa.
Right. Article 30.1.5 of the Council's Decree on Extraordinary Wartime Measures. I am confiscating that. The city thanks you for your contribution. Your name?
Questa è una truffa in piena regola. Restituiscimi il mio denaro.
I'll take it up with the Duke if you don't like it. Now, your name?
Mi chiamo Verloi.
Well met, citizen.
Your parasite stirs. From the construct you feel connection, resonance.
Per gli inferi, cos'è quel coso?
I am a steel watcher, citizen. Here to serve the people of Baldurs Gate in the name of Lord Enver Gortash.
Ecco, Gortash.
State your business.
I'm a herbalist by trade, Sir Fist. My assistants and I were out collecting blooms for that rub rot going around. Oof, nasty business. Contagious.
Uh-huh. Eyes open, body still.
Bellissimo, Jaira che inganna. Bellissimo. Fa come dice, resta immobile.
Behind the watcher's gaze, a presence awakens. You are seen. You are known. Your party's prior transgressions are reflected in its stare. As witnessed by the cult's ever-alert, scrying eyes. It has heard the howls of slaughtered goblins. It has seen the deep shadows of Grimforge, and the stone floors left bloodied. The Watcher speaks directly into your mind with a voice like poisoned honey.
You are marked for special treatment. Not simply an enemy of the people, but an enemy of the Absolute. Come quietly. Or die.
No! Non si arrende. Preparati a combattere.
Oh, great headline.
Bene, fuori combattimento. Fai questo. Piaga degli insetti, perfetto. Da, incantesimo esteso. Dura 4 turni. Secondo me vale la pena. Scarto elusivo. Bene. Vai. Fuori combattimento un altro. Curati. Ho un attacco bonus perché l'ho ucciso. Grande. Perfetto. Papà, no. No, Zaira, vabbè, poi la rievochiamo. No, cazzo. Bam, critico. Fuori combattimento, vero? No. Non ucciderla. 2 punti vita, aiuto. Bene, riuscirà ancora a combattere. Bam. Boom, quasi. 29, perfetto. Io mi allontano. Mancato. Mancato. Dai che io c'ho poi mancato perché ho 20 di CA. Ma poi c'ho anche interdizione delle lame. Grande. Bene, fuori combattimento. Via. Si è autodistrutto. Non gli rubiamo niente. Siamo riusciti a difenderci. Perfetto. No, perché davvero, per quanto magari lasciare stare sarebbe stato qualcosa di molto figo di trama, Verloi non l'avrebbe mai fatto, perché arrendersi davanti ad un alleato dell'assoluta. Spero che le corde non mi siano nemiche adesso. Bella la musica.
The missus and I have been dreaming about the city. No more sleeping rough. Didn't expect to find it locked down tighter than a watcher's fist.
What's that?
Bellissima la musica. È quella che parte all'accampamento ogni tanto, quella tranquilla dell'accampamento, però con altri strumenti. Ah, Ponte del Drago, mi ricordo, sì. Era il ponte davanti, proprio esattamente oltre al Ponte del Drago c'è la porta per Baldurs Gate. Sì, adesso mi ricordo. Però in Baldurs Gate 1 e 2 era estremamente più spoglio.
I found so many victims for Cazador here. They're the kind of people no one would ever miss.
Bloody ages we spent hiking from Murren, and they won't let us in the city proper. Bollocks. We're adventurous, damn it.
Perché non ti fanno entrare?
The bridge god chatted some shite about a coronation. Couldn't really make head nor tail of it.
Come to Baldurs Gate, he said. Adventurers get welcomed as heroes, he said. Poxy Drim and his bleeding notions.
Quindi non siamo gli unici avventurieri, perciò essere degli avventurieri, essere ben armati e forti non ci lascerà entrare in città. E forse non basterà neanche il denaro.
We should go. I do not want to face the master
Dio.
if we're late for his black mass.
Abbiamo trovato la prosenie.
I only need one more mark.
We have enough for the master. No more needed.
It's not for the master, it's for me. I spent 100 years eating rats and dogs, but soon I'll be able to feast. I want someone there, ready for me. And once the mass is done and our Lord grants us freedom, I can celebrate by drinking them dry.
Cazador promised you your freedom, and you believed him? Ha! You were never burdened with intelligence, Petras. But your load seems especially light these days.
Astarion! It cannot be.
Oh, that's no way to welcome back a brother, doll. Didn't you miss me?
Why would you come back? You got out. You were free.
Tra l'altro non ha gli occhi come loro, probabilmente perché c'ha il girino che gli toglie alcuni problemi dei suoi poteri. Quindi forse prima del girino aveva gli occhi come loro. Siamo qui per uccidere Cazador. È l'unico modo per liberarvi tutti.
You can't mean that.
He's playing mind games. He can't raise a hand to the master, let alone kill him.
You have no idea what I can do.
Ah, il sole.
Tell me!
Ma perché dovrebbe aiutare un vampiro? Se lo chiede anche lei. Per questo ho esitato. Ma vedere... Ma per qualche motivo a vedere lui che soffre non si riesce. Astarion, fermati! Nonostante sia un vampiro e si chiede anche lei perché dovrebbe aiutarlo, ma lo aiuta comunque.
Fine. You owe your wretched life to my friend. Now tell me what I need to know.
The Master is preparing the Black Mass. Beneath his palace, there's a defiled chapel. It was hidden there the entire time. Hidden from us all. Do you really think you can stop him?
I'm the only one who can. The sun can't harm me. Cazador can't compel me. I don't need to fear him anymore. Now go, before I change my mind about roasting you, brother.
This isn't over, Astarion.
Poor fools. They actually think Cazador will save them.
Lo avvertiranno che stiamo arrivando.
Yes, and they'll be trembling in fear when they tell him. They're no threat to us. And they have no choice but to do Cazador's bidding. I pity them. Worst of all, they don't know their fate's already set. They're doomed. The only question is whether their lives will be sacrificed to a monster like Cazador, or serve a greater purpose. 7 sigils on 7 spawn. And Cazador has the other 6. We have to face him and take that power for ourselves.
A volte mi fai più paura tu del cervello antico.
Well, thank you, darling. But there's nothing to be afraid of. We're a team, after all. We are a team, aren't we? You are still with me?
Non ne sono sicura.
Well, figure it out. I need to know I can rely on you. All right, let's go. This place stinks of rat blood and despair.
Siamo una squadra, sì, ma sta continuamente dimostrando di essere assetato di potere. Non è più sicura. Sicuramente non sono nemici. Ah, è di sopra che dobbiamo...
Bloomin' hell, you look famished. I've got some victuals that'll warm you right up.
Eh? Beh, ho un certo languorino. Che cos'è che hai?
Have a skeg at these.
Ah, beh, sono certo che il pungiglione crudele possa servirti. Il macina cadaveri probabilmente ti potrà interessare, sono sicuro. Ma la daga di Sussur, dai, su, e la lama delle anime oppresse. Dai, tu sei una cuoca, sei probabilmente interessata, dai. La soffitta, forse apre questo armadio? Dove siamo finiti? Ah, dall'altra parte dell'armadio. Ah, una stanza segreta.
Notice some blood has pooled on the wooden floor.
Cerca di discernere l'origine del sangue. Grazie. È rimasto un'ispirazione.
You notice the blood source. A body hidden under the bed.
C'è un corpo nascosto sotto il letto? Tira fuori il corpo. Chiave di Fion. Una chiave a forma di fiore con un 5 inciso sui petali.
I know this key. It's identical to the one held by that corpse in the tunnels.
Ok, abbiamo trovato una prova, buono. Documento macchiato di sangue. Chi desidera affrontare il tribunale dell'omicidio, entrare nel tempio di Baldur, uccidere i bersagli di questo elenco e far credere a tutti che si tratti di un omicidio commesso dal culto dell'assoluta. Camminate nel sangue, aspiranti. Ah, anche altri. Padre Lorgan, tempio. Abbiamo trovato un elenco di persone destinate alla morte. Se uccidiamo 2 bersagli da questa lista e portiamo una mano mozzata come prova, potremo presentarci davanti al tribunale dell'omicidio e entrare nel tempio di Bal. Ma col cazzo! Andiamo da Valeria.
Welcome to Sharess. A weary traveler, battered and bruised. You come for sustenance, no decadence. A mien cool as ice,
your eyes burning hot. Oh yes, I know your bliss. A sturdy dwarf, a leather whip, she gives, you receive. Or have I misjudged you?
Una nana vigorosa? Sei fuori strada, temo.
Am I? Your eyes tell a story, sweeting. You crave more than pleasure, you crave penance.
Penitenza.
It's Fionn you seek, our stern librarian. She isn't here today, alas. Your penance must wait.
Siamo in un bordello.
We've other ways to fill your void. A drink for one, a pair of drow for another. Choose your sin.
Nella Stamberga è stato rinvenuto un cadavere ucciso da poco. Una nana. Potrebbe trattarsi di Fionn.
Murdered! Ye gods, the poor thing! Oh, by the mother of cats, I pray she didn't suffer. I'll miss that face. Else, the regulars will miss her more. They swarmed her like honeybees at the hive. Oh. Losing Fionn slashed a big hole in my coin purse. I should get to replacing her.
È morta una donna e tu sei preoccupata per i soldi.
Sweeting, this is Baldurs Gate. I've seen more murders than a butcher's right eye. There'll be time for tears. Cruel as it is, I must turn my mind to business, or, more precisely, the lack of it.
You're looking parched, sweetheart. Another tankard?
Else, darling. Another sip and I'm like to spill over. Like other hankering for spicier flavors. How about you give me a taste?
Osserva in silenzio.
What'd you say, doll? Have a sit on my lap. Let's see what pops up.
Darling, how you set me a quiver. You are a beast among men. No, a dragon, setting my phoenix nest aflame. I shall slake your thirst, dragon. You will part your lips and drink of my essence.
Oh, I will drink your essence.
Hoots, order up! Another tankard for the fist.
Ho fatto bene a non mandarlo via. In effetti sta facendo affari. Si sarebbe un po' arrabbiata per il mio.
Now, that there's a face I'd remember if I'd seen it.
Perché sono sporco di sangue?
Welcome to Sharess'
Perché ho capelli che da neri sono diventati rossi.
What can Hoots do for you, stranger? You got a taste for ale, I reckon. Or maybe...
Sembra che abbia i capelli rossi.
Forget it. My new brew could drop you in the wink of a spectator's eye.
No, Verloi non è qui per bere. Scommetto che hai sentito storie di ogni sorta lavorando a questo bancone.
My business is slinging tankards, not hoarding secrets. I'd like to keep it that way. But you poke some folk hard enough, they're bound to squeal. And Mamselle Elmira there looks about ready to burst.
Raccontami la storia di questo posto.
Sharess Caress, the Mamselle's brainchild. Wet your tongue, soak your skin, scratch your itch. Get the attention you want and avoid the attention you don't.
God, in trouble. Another case closed, another bottle open. Huzzah to Valeria!
Hang on a tick. I recognize that face. You were talking to Yanis after I left the temple. I'll bet she's put you up to something.
Mi ha chiesto di scoprire che ha davvero ucciso Logan, visto che tu non mi sembri intenzionata a farlo.
Why must you busybodies insist on interrupting a perfectly good night? I know that look. You remind me of Devella. Fine. If you doubt my conclusions, out with it. What have you found?
L'omicidio di padre Logan è solo una parte di un complotto più grande. Un complotto Baalita.
A Baal plot? You as well? Devella's been harping on about Baal for months. Fancies herself something of an expert. I assumed it was just a bunch of conspiracy codswallop and fear-mongering. But she's been unusually insistent about this one, even for her. Fine. I'll bite. What's your theory?
Bal sta reclutando iniziati al suo culto. Commettere un omicidio è il modo in cui possono ricevere l'invito.
Well, if that's true, that sounds dreadful. And complicated. As if this cult of the Absolute wasn't enough to worry about. Constable Develler is going to be a real pain in the trunk about this. Since you seem to be on an obnoxiously similar wavelength, why don't you seek her out? She'll be at the Elf Song Tavern. Show her the list and I'll stay and inform the Fist here. Oh, and you'll need this pass. It'll give you access to the
perché non potevo accenderci, se no. Vabbè, beve.
Well, what are you waiting for? You've a bloody conspiracy to solve. Move!
Ovviamente, tu stai lì a bere intanto, bravo. Così mi dai una grandissima mano.
Nymph's Grotto.
La grotta della ninfa.
What now?
Easy.
Preciso anche di dado, vai.
Is that blood? No, never mind. Moving ahead.
Non è trespassing perché non era rosso. Oddio, per un momento mi sembrava una vecchia quella. Dicevo, che cazzo sta succedendo?
Tell me, am I beautiful?
No.
More than beautiful.
Ma sembra più un'elfa che una ninfa.
The aurora stretched across the north skies. You are the golden dunes swept across the Kalim. You are the fruit of the forbidden palm. Soft on my skin, sweet on my tongue. You are my sin and salvation.
Forse non dovevo entrare.
Your parasite stirs, and you gaze at the nymph through the flaming fist's hungry eyes. Your muscles shiver with her longing. Your skin burns with her heat.
What's wrong, Jara?
What are you? Wait, I know you.
Non capisco, non so per chi mi hai preso, ma ti sbagli.
Your face. The Absolute has shown me.
Jara, what's going on? Who's this woman?
Ah, ok. Ecco perché fa
Your head
Melis.
screams in agony. The change has come. Pustules boiling beneath your skin, your bones twisting, your flesh rupturing. And suddenly, silence.
What's happening?
Ho rovinato la festa? Easy.
Hells. I'd heard tales of mind flayers. Talons sharp as daggers and tentacles yet more
Quindi
fearsome.
molti alleati dell'assoluta.
No tale did justice to its ethereal beauty.
Cosa?
Floats like a butterfly.
Comunque, molti alleati dell'assoluta ancora non sono trasformati. Aspettano l'ordine, aspettano il momento giusto. Quell'affare poteva ucciderti e tu pensi a quanto era bello.
How could I help it? I don't regret its death. But I marvel that such a work of art could ever live.
Her gaze intensifies. Your breath quickens and your heart skips a beat.
Attenzione, no. Direi che stai bene, mi fa piacere.
As am I. My thanks are as bountiful as your courage. Take these. May you have some comfort in bitter times. Be well. Be beautiful.
Non capisco perché cos'era quello. È già finita qui dopo la sensazione che ci ha raccontato. Vabbè, per fortuna direi.
For a skeleton king.
No time to rest. Need to find a way forward. Here goes
Il
nothing.
carillon. La melodia. Vai, lo prendiamo. Vai, lo prendiamo con noi. È qua che dobbiamo andare per le missioni, quindi.
You must hear me, devil. I will do whatever it takes. Give you anything you ask.
There is only one
No,
thing
ancora
in
lui.
this world that I desire. You do not have it, and you never will.
The Kithrak? What deal would he make with this devil?
You must help me, Raphael. For the sake of my people.
Hush now, Voss. These guests may not know it yet, but they want the same thing that you do. And unlike you, they have something of value to offer in return.
Lae'zel, Talak Magir. The devil holds the key to freeing the Gith people. Right here, right now. You could seal our fate. Whatever you discuss with this devil, I must hear of it. Find me below in the tap room, once you're loosed from his claws.
I'm glad you came. Not to my door, not yet, but to the final reckoning. One more thing before we begin, though.
Cosa sta succedendo? Sono preoccupato.
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear. It's unsettling.
Libera? Mi sento vuota. Che cosa mi hai fatto?
I gave you back your privacy by shutting that illithid in your pocket out of your mind. It can't hear us.
Ah, non ci ha curati. Allora parla liberamente. Dimmi perché mi hai portato qui.
I brought you here because I'm true to my word, and I can make all of this tadpole business go away. Which means you and your lovely friends can remain blessedly free of tentacles. Let us speak plain. I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it this far. But no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder Brain. At best, it will kill you and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and you won't have enough free will left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though.
Orpheus.
Very perceptive. Yes. I can give you the means to break him free.
Speak, devil. We're listening.
Le guardie di Orpheus hanno cercato di uccidermi. È pericoloso.
To Illithids, yes. He would gladly execute the Emperor. But to you, he will be a friend. After all, you're at war with an Elder Brain.
L'imperatore è l'unica ragione per cui sono ancora in vita.
No. Orpheus is the only reason you're still alive. The Emperor is abusing the Gith for its own ends. And it's doing the same to you. You're nothing more than the beast of burden that will transport it to the Elder Brain. An ox requires food, and the occasional beating to keep it moving. You are simpler. The Emperor's words serve us both carrot and stick.
Perhaps it is true that Orpheus would ally with you against the Elder Brain. But if he proves uncooperative once free, you may have to kill him.
Però è vero. In effetti l'imperatore ci ha ingannati una volta. Potrebbe anche averci ingannato fin dall'inizio nelle sue intenzioni. Vale la pena correre il rischio. Come faccio a liberare Orpheus?
The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope, even now.
Sembra troppo bello per essere vero.
Good and truth rarely go hand in hand, but in this case, they are happy bedfellows, and we can be too. I swear to you, I have the solution to your problem.
Perfetto, dammelo.
Such an eager little pup. Surely you realize there is an exchange to be made. You scratch my back, I scratch your parasite.
Suppongo che tu voglia la mia anima in cambio del martello.
You really do think highly of yourself. My sights are set on something much more valuable than your soul. Succulent though it would be. I want the crown that dominates the Elder Brain. And you, Lae'zel of Kalir, want to free the Forgotten Prince, do you not?
I want nothing more.
Then it is settled, is it not? A crown for a hammer. A bargain of a lifetime, Lae'zel of Kalir.
Sì, lasciarti il dominio del cervello antico e quindi e di tutte le persone infette dal girino. Cioè, mi sembra perfetto, no? No.
Then you will die, along with every other soul in this city.
Dimostrerò che ti sbagli.
I'll enjoy watching you try. If you see reason, I'll be here, waiting. Right up to the moment the world ends.
Non lo chiede nemmeno, non darà un potere del genere ad un diavolo per nulla al mondo. È decisa in questo.
The Prince of the Comet was within our grasp, and you refused it. Why?
Non permetterò che Raphael diventi l'arcidiavolo supremo.
Why? Is he any worse than Asmodeus, do you suppose? The reigning serpent, he who harvests souls to fight an unwinnable blood war. Worse than Mephistopheles, the devil who slayed his own son. He whose experiments threatened to melt his own frozen throne. Your mind is made up. But there's another option. Glory be to the comet. The devil keeps the Orphic hammer in his lair. If we can find a way in, we can take it. I'll use it to smash the true heirs' bonds. Yisk Githkar Tafki Crashet. The Githyanki will be free. First to Voss, then to Raphael's House of Hope. Just don't expect a lavish spread awaiting us this time.
Mi sembra un'ottima idea. Mi sembra un'ottima idea.
There you are. I thought I'd lost you. Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts.
Oh, quindi ha impedito all'imperatore di ascoltare. Quindi lui ci ascolta costantemente. È stato Raphael.
Raphael? Well, thank you for your honesty. Of course, I should have known the devil would come sniffing. The stench of impending chaos is irresistible to them. And what did he want with you?
Lui sa come liberare Orpheus.
How interesting. No doubt he impressed upon you the need to do so. And what did he want in return for this knowledge?
La corona indossata da cervello antico.
Giving a devil what he wants sounds like a brilliant idea. Tell me, you turned him down.
Certo.
Good. I am glad. But be careful. The devil is like a cockroach. No matter what you do to it, it will always come back. I doubt this will be the last time you are approached. I trust that you will continue to remember who is really on your side. Without my protection, you cannot defeat the Elder Brain. You cannot even get close to it, no matter what.
No! Invece il diavolo in una cosa ha avuto ragione. Non sei tu che mi aiuti. È Orpheus, è la magia di Orpheus che mi aiuta, non la tua.
You paid Raphael a visit. I want to hear all about it.
Ah, boh, lui, lei, chi sei? Chi ti conosce?
Damn, Hoots! That new batch burns stronger than a pit fiend's fist.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Take it however you want. But I'll be having my usual from now on. Oi! You must have slipped by me earlier. Raphael's very disappointed you turned him down.
È meglio che si abitui alle delusioni. Non ho intenzione di stringere alcun patto con lui.
You won't come out of this alive without him. The boss might be a devil, but he'll treat you more honestly than anyone else in the city.
Ne dubito. Ci sono molte brave persone qui.
I'm sure you're right. Between the dictators, the murderers, the guild, and the cult, the city's brimming with goodness. Listen. Because I'll only say this once. This fight isn't just about Baldurs Gate, or the Sword Coast, or even Faerun. If the brain wins, the Illithid Empire returns and worlds you've never even dreamed of will die. Raphael can stop it. He wants to. And he knows how. You're the key. You always have been.
Fermerò il cervello senza il tuo aiuto. Senza il suo aiuto.
I doubt it. But even if you do, you won't survive the fight. I'd reconsider if I were you.
Verloi è completamente convinta di non volerne avere nulla a che fare. Cioè non ha bisogno di pensarci due volte. Quanta gente.
My. I can tell you are a special one from a single glance. You have but to ask, and we can grant you a moment of pleasure. Don't be shy.
Come siete finiti qui?
I used to work as a courtesan back home, and my sister as an artisanal masseuse. But men are treated like dogs by the Underdark matriarchs, so we fled.
Infatti nell'Underdark le donne sono tipo di stronzissime.
Like a drug. Life is easy in our line of work.
Ah, ho capito, tipo non preferireste cambiare vita?
Perhaps. Once we have saved more gold, another adventure will begin. We've had busier days, but life is comfortable here with Mamza.
Non fa per me. Figo. Hanno reso il Ponte del Dragone molto più bello. Eccolo.
Voss, friend to the comet.
Lae'zel of Kalir, warrior of warriors. Tell me you took the devil's deal. Tell me you will free Gith's heir.
No. Troverò un altro modo per liberare Orpheus.
I did not come this far for you to turn your back on the first mother's son.
Githkar Tavkim crashed. You put your trust in me, Voss. I plan to honor it.
Yes, and it seems I have no choice but to trust. There is but one prism, and you are its key. Find a way to retrieve the hammer and free Orpheus from the prism. I will assemble his remaining honor guard and plan our next actions. Together, we will yet free the true heir of Gith's blessed empire. He will free us from Vlaakith and lead our Kithraki against the Gate. Istik, I will wait in the underground. Seek me when you have the hammer in hand.
Orpheus ha già percepito il girino prima e le sue guardie hanno attaccato a vista. Non succederà lo stesso se lo liberiamo.
The Prince of the Comet aches for Githyanki liberation more than he abhors Ghaik. He might seethe when you free him. He might gnash his teeth and slander your name. But he will see reason. I promise you.
Hai idea di dove Raphael possa tenere il martello orfico?
A devil of Raphael's stature does not simply make camp on the shores of the Styx. He will have made a sanctuary for himself, a lavish one too, one that caters to his many vices.
The House of Hope. We must find a way in.
The House of Hope, you say? I couldn't ask for a name more fitting. Every house has an entrance istic, even those in the Hells. You must find it.
You are wasting your time, and mine. Our true enemy is the Elder Brain. Focus your mind there.
Decido io cosa fare, non ti preoccupare. Devo andare a parlare con Graldus per conto di Jaheira, che tra l'altro è stato parecchio silenzioso ultimamente, sia con i vampiri che con il diavolo.
Welcome to Danthilon's dancing axe.
Greetings, sir. Your noble bearing brings a little class to my humble...
You can turn off the charm, Entharl. She's with me.
Blueberries. Thought I had a sale. You look tired, Harper.
I missed you too. They're already here?
Down below. Here's the key.
Piacere di conoscerti, arpista Entral.
You seem a nice sort, so I'll assume the insult was accidental.
Entharl's no Harper, and claims no love for those who are. But he's been known to shelter us when we need it.
Entharl has been known to charge rent. Harpers have been known to ignore him. Now go on. The short father may send me an actual paying customer today.
Aspetta, mi piacerebbe dare un'occhiata alla tua mercanzia.
To buy? You're already my favorite.
Wow, what? Ma che roba vendi? All'inizio del turno impone alle altre creature svantaggi tipi per colpire con te finché non subisci danni. Oh, per cambiare di resurrezione le voglio, vai. Ecco il covo di arpisti.
Hi, Harper. May Seluna's tears shine on this meeting.
A very formal greeting, Geraldus. You are well?
Yes. Hi, Harper. Standing beneath Seluna's tears.
The lad's a little nervous, Jaheira. We heard of your great victory against Ketheric.
Geraldus isn't nervous. He's terrified. And he's using Seluna's tears as some kind of code.
I understand.
L'ho capito,
Geraldus.
incredibile.
Take a moment. And you, Harper. There is something familiar about you. Doesn't she remind you of our old friend Marcus?
Jaheira's meaning is clear. Marcus was a traitor laying a trap. The same, it seems, is happening here.
Ah, è figa come frase questa dello stregone, però no, cioè non so quanto ci sarebbe per Verloi. Resta in silenzio e aspetta il segnale di Jaheira.
The problem with Marcus, of course. We didn't end on the best of terms.
Ok. E ha approvato, perfetto. Grande, così facendo abbiamo sorpreso il nemico. Tanta roba. Ah, è dalla nostra parte, perfetto. Quindi era terrorizzato non per Jaheira, ma per gli altri. Ok, capito. Hai condannato la tua morte in un singolo attacco, lo sai? Bluff. Doppelganger, ecco.
Orin knows the hunt. In one stroke, she places the Harpers beyond our reach, separates us from our pack. Until we know who the false facers are, we cannot trust anyone beyond ourselves.
Orin ha preso di mira i tuoi arpisti per un motivo. Di che si tratta?
A shame of mine. Redoubled because I did not tell you everything sooner. Tell me, what do you know of a man named Minsk of Rashiman?
The name is as familiar as Jaheira's own. A hero of the time of troubles, who saved the city more than once.
Minsk! Oddio, aspetta! Non l'ho realizzato! Minsk! Non c'è balduriano che non conosca quel nome.
But few know of his fate, I think. I had hoped to keep it that way. Minsk is an old friend.
perhaps my oldest. We fought at one another's backs, times beyond counting. And the last time I saw him, I left him to die.
Ecco, questo non lo sapevamo. Cos'è successo?
Before we ever heard of this Absolute, we received word of a gathering in the Undercity. What we found was the first dark seed of this plot. A circle of cultists with mind flayers in their midst. We might have ended it there, cut off at the root, but before I could send for help, Minsk charged in alone. It was chaos. He was overrun, dragged down beneath a mass of tentacles. I had a choice. Stay and let word of this cult die with us, or leave him and live to fight another day.
Quindi l'hai abbandonato.
And would again. The world takes much from those who presume to defend it. But sometimes, you get to take it back. Infection, indoctrination, eradication. That has been the fate of everyone the cult has captured so far. But it has not been yours. With your help, perhaps it need not be Minsk's either.
Perché me lo dici solo ora?
Because I was playing the pragmatist and writing my friend off for dead. Then I met you. If I seem suddenly flushed with hope and soft feeling, you have only yourself to blame. Oh, the point is moot without a means to find him. Without the Harpers, we shall have to find another path. I'll have a better idea of what that is once we're through the gates. Seems I need to reacquaint myself with this damned city.
Minsk. Dai, non vedo l'ora di rivedere Minsk. Minsk è il suo criceto. Minsk e Bu. Cioè, ero arrivato fino a questo punto e me ne ero completamente dimenticato che c'era anche lui.
Did I get it right?
Shaluna's tears. It is said no false face can stand beneath their light. An old code, Harper. But yes, you got it right. Now I need your report.
We had eyes on suspected cultists in the city, like you asked. We thought we were tracking them, but...
They were tracking you instead. Evidently. Doppelgangers.
And they're not just working with the cult, High Harper. They're part of it. Ballists, I think.
Sworn to Orin the Red, yes. We've already had the pleasure. Go on.
Everything seemed fine until your latest orders. Until we started to search for the Rashomon. They struck the same night. I woke to one of them strangling Chelvin, while smiling at me out of her face. She said... It said that I'd report back to you as normal. Lure you here, and... I had no choice!
I'm sure it felt that way, Geraldus. The others were likely dragged back to Orin. Tortured. Sacrificed. I do not expect you to die for me. But to risk Entharl, any citizen who might have wandered in, there is always a choice. And the Harper must be able to make the hard ones. Perhaps this isn't the life for you after all, Geraldus.
No, Jaheira! High Harper, please! I'm still a Harper. I want to help!
You've scarcely signed up, boy. And there is a war coming. Why die a Harper, when you could still live as anything else?
Nessuno può prendere quella decisione per lui. Nemmeno tu, alta arpista.
I want to fight. For Chelvin. For all of them. So it means something.
Death is death. To look for meaning in it is foolishness, boy. Childish storybook nonsense. Exactly the kind the Harper would spout, I suppose. Fine. I have no right to make the choice for you. Not when this mess is of my making. I sent the Harpers hunting after the cult, without thinking what it would mean to be hunted in turn. Now they are compromised. And if not for you, I wouldn't even know it. I'm sorry, Geraldus. Harper. And I owe you an apology as well. I haven't told you everything I hope to learn here today. First, Geraldus, you're the last harper in the city I can rely on. Lay low and rest while you can. I have matters to discuss with my friend here.
Bello come il Jaeger a prova sia arrivata più tardi dopo la scelta, dopo che ha parlato, dopo che parlando ha realizzato anche lei che stesse sbagliando.
Yes?
No, quello che doveva dirmi me l'ha già detto prima. Hai detto che potrebbe esserci un altro modo per trovare Minsk.
There might be, but it's not a path I tread until we must. Let it wait until the city proper. Perhaps I'll have had a better idea by then.
If your lot have cracked another bloody cast...
They're dead, Entharl. Doppelgangers were using them as bait.
Seems they snared more than they could skin in you. Did Geraldus survive?
Alive. But he'll need some time to recover.
I'll tuck the boy up tight till he's ready to get back to harpering. What will you do?
Continue the hunt.
Aye. Silly question, I suppose.
Where did you dinner with your folks? Are you still Watcher fan too? If so, we meet here every day to discuss their mechanics.
The brain appears to be resisting its masters. It's acting of its own will.
Perché la corona è diventata meno potente, sento che abbiamo preso un frammento.
Put him up! Put him up!
Avanti cosa?
Yay! You spoke to me! Nobody ever talks to me! Your fist, silly. I'm trying something out. My name's Narber, adventurer to be, soon to be the best adventurer anyone's ever seen. As soon as I figure out what kind of adventurer I want to be. What do you think? Can I be a fighter?
Questa frase sarebbe bello dirlo, però sta intraprendendo una guerriera pericolosa in cui potrebbe mettere a rischio la propria vita. Dirlo potrebbe convincerlo ancora di più e mandarlo a morire se non è veramente pronto. Perché non combatti davvero con me, lo scopriamo.
Sure. I'll just raise my fists and... it's no use. I can't do it. Guess old Narber's more of a talker than a fighter.
Magari scegliendo una carriera diversa.
Whew. I was hoping you'd say that. To tell you the truth, I don't actually like hurting people very much. Or getting hurt. It's a good job I ran into you.
Dopo questa interazione entreremo a Baldurs Gate. O cambieremo zona. E secondo me per questo episodio abbiamo già fatto molto. Quindi direi di fare un bel riposo lungo e di chiudere il video qui. Cosa?
Queen Vlaakith. Skra!
You are a Sharlak, and still you speak my name.
I've seen the captive Orpheus with my own eyes. Spoken to Gestil Kithrak Voss. You lied to us. Enslaved us.
The betrayer Voss lies! I have only a moment, and you, Hasharlak, will listen. We are Githyanki. We move mountains. We snuff out stars. We shake the plains! The traitor Voss has lied to you. The heretic prince would shatter us in an instant. The great dominion shrunk to the head of a pin.
Can this be true? Is the Githyanki prince really a threat to his own people? Or simply a challenge to Vlaakith's rule?
Return to the astral prism. Slay Orpheus the Pretender. Serve me, and I will ascend you. You will be no mere warrior, nor Kithrak. You will be Barta Vlaakith, commander of dragons. My only, my chosen. A final chance. Kneel before me. Make your promise.
Lae'zel's thoughts become yours. The sight of Orpheus looms over her mind. Voss's words echo within it. She means to forever turn her back on Vlaakith.
Quasi sicuramente non sono vere. E comunque vale la pena correre il rischio di commettere una cosa sbagliata, perché sembra troppo una minaccia. Sembra troppo desiderosa di potere. Non può non liberarlo e mantenere per sempre il dubbio che potesse essere la scelta giusta a liberarlo. Resisti. Non cedere alle menzogne di Vlaakith.
I gave you my faith, and you called me traitor. I gave you my life, and you ordered your knights to hunt me. I have witnessed too much, and you have given me too little. Finally, I can see. Orpheus will live, and I will hear his creed. This is my word.
Your word is nothing! You are nothing! The Kithraki will bring you. I will tear your flesh from your bones and devour your skull's marrow while you beg for death. I will consume you. I will unmake you.
È stata la scelta giusta.
Your side. It is done. There is no going back. As long as the undying queen reigns, I am never to soar unbound over the astral sea, never to cross the one in the void. As it should be. Better a short life built on truth than immortality woven of lies. Better to unite the Githyanki under a prince who would free their minds and honor their bodies. So why do I feel so bitter?
Considera il passato e il presente di Lae'zel. Qual è la vera fonte del suo risentimento? Va bene. Scopriamolo. Bene, perché avevo finito le ispirazioni.
Vlaakith has upended Lae'zel's whole existence. Everything she knew to be true, every plan and aspiration she ever held has been painfully ripped away. Lae'zel's bitterness is born of sadness. She is mourning the loss of the person she once was, and can never be again.
Stai soffrendo per il futuro che non avrai mai. Vlaakith ti ha portato via tutto.
How well you've come to know me. But in truth, she didn't take everything. I have what I have gathered for myself. I'm more to a new regent, a new land, and new allies. Vlaakith cannot unmake she who no longer exists. And so, from the old battle cries is birthed another. Shma Salar Orpheus, Marstilna Forgin in Yeri. Orpheus's will above all. May the comet blaze my path forward.
Sei stata veloce a impegnarti per la causa di Orpheus. E i tuoi bisogni, i tuoi desideri.
Orpheus's freedom is my want and my need. To deny his freedom would be to deny my own. There will come a time when I can think about myself beyond the Lich Queen who enslaves the Githyanki and the prince who would liberate them. But that time won't come until the Prince of the Comet flies again.
Vlaakith ha promesso di farti diventare Vlaakith. Sembra impressionante.
Vlaakith's left hand and her right. Commander of all dragons, chosen of the Queen Regent. Not since Vlaakith I has a Bart to Vlaakith been anointed. Another empty promise. Only a naive fool would believe otherwise. The kind of fool I was not so long ago.
E adesso?
We take the Orphic hammer from Raphael's lair. Orpheus Tavki Nazin.
We just played host to an undying queen. Oh, and that's without our fine silverware.
Lae'zel has courage, turning her back on a lifetime's belief. As for us, best we stay out of interplanar politics, I think. Orpheus is on his own. But should great Vlaakith come to settle a score with Lae'zel, well, I might be convinced to kill her. Undying or not, she was very loud.
But not be cursed.
Giustamente sopra alla paglia. Si fa il riposo solo con i liquori. Ok.
How did you? Oh, it's you. I must have let my mind wander. Enough for you to wander in. Forgive me. I am drained. Ever since you killed Ketheric and took his netherstone, the Chosen's control of the brain has been brittle. It's rebelling against Orin and Gortash, fiercely. I suspected that when we took Ketheric's stone, the brain would begin to break free. Those brain quakes confirm that my suspicion was correct. I do not know what happens now when it receives their orders, and I do not dare guess.
You feel the Emperor's fear as if it were your own. An elder brain enslaved is one thing. An elder brain unleashed will be the end of everything.
Beautiful, isn't it? The mighty Prince Orpheus, contained in submissive slumber. Come. You may as well sit a while, now that you are here. Your company isn't unwelcome.
Sembri preoccupato.
An accurate summary. I have found myself distracted of late. I'm haunted by memories. They are relentless. I can think of nothing. No one else.
Qualcuno che appartiene al tuo passato.
Indeed. Duke Stelmane. Or as I knew her, Belin, when she was alive. You thought you were my first ally. Far from it. I have long sought the allyship of others. It is the only way to succeed. Though my relationship with Belin was different from my relationship with you.
Eravate più intimi.
In a way. But not the way you're thinking of. In life, she was my business partner. Back when we ran the Knights of the Shield. A difficult task for a mind flayer. Duke Stelmane trusted me, and the city trusted her. I conceived the plot, but Belin took center stage. It was she who met with the merchants, politicians, and patriarchs. It was she who negotiated deals and signed off on agreements. Her rooms played host to the most important conversations in the city. Together, we brought order to chaos. At its height, everything that happened in that city went through the shield. Through us. I could not have done any of it without her. Just as I cannot do any of this without you. But now, she is gone.
Hai bisogno di un abbraccio. Hai bisogno di un abbraccio.
I appreciate the offer, but I don't think it will help. What I feel is deeper than superficial cures can reach, and not entirely unwelcome. Most people think that mind flayers are soulless husks who feel nothing.
Come avvizzito.
I am glad you are not most people.
Stringi la mano dell'imperatore per trasmettergli sicurezza. Ok.
You have shown me great empathy. We are closer now. Close enough, I hope, that I can ask you to reconsider your position regarding your physical form. I know it is no easy choice for you, but we will have a far better time ridding the city of Gortash if you accept just a touch of illithidness. Not to mention the Elder Brain itself. Our chances against it greatly improve the more illithid we both are. Another quake. The brain is rebelling again. I need to focus. And so do you.
E niente, direi che possiamo fermarci qui. Prossima volta forse entreremo finalmente a Baldurs Gate. Fatemi sapere cosa ne pensate, lasciate like se vi è piaciuto il video e noi ci vediamo al prossimo. Mi sta piacendo sempre di più questo gioco. Spero anche a voi. Ciao a tutti.